Have you ever wondered what would happen if Donald Trump was the Prime Minister of India? It's an intriguing concept, isn't it? Two vastly different political landscapes, two markedly dissimilar leaders, and two contrasting styles of governance. It's time to delve into this hypothetical scenario and draw interesting parallels and contrasts between Donald Trump and the current Prime Minister of India. Donald Trump, the 45th President of the United States, is known for his unabashedly bold and aggressive political approach. His America First policy, combined with his hardline stance on immigration and propensity for economic protectionism, marked a significant shift from the policies of his predecessors. Trump's term was characterized by his unorthodox decision-making style, his use of social media to bypass traditional media outlets, and his knack for populist rhetoric. Now, imagine if the same strategies and policies were implemented in India, a country with a vastly different socioeconomic landscape. How would Trump's America First policy translate in an Indian context? Would it morph into an India First policy? And how would this approach impact India's relationships with neighboring countries and the rest of the world? On the other end of the spectrum, we have the current Prime Minister of India. His political strategies and policies are also distinctive, but in a different way. With a strong emphasis on economic reform and development, the Indian Prime Minister's approach is more focused on internal growth and stability. His policies are intricately tied to the cultural and socio-economic realities of the country, reflecting a deep understanding of India's complex demographic diversity. So how would these two contrasting approaches fare in a direct comparison? Trump's aggressive and somewhat isolationist approach may not sit well with India's diverse and complex socio-political environment. The Indian Prime Minister's more inclusive and reform-oriented approach seems to be more in tune with the country's needs and aspirations. However, it is also worth noting that both leaders share a penchant for populist rhetoric and a strong emphasis on national pride. They both have a knack for connecting with their respective bases and have managed to foster a strong sense of national identity among their followers. In conclusion, while the idea of Donald Trump as the Prime Minister of India is an intriguing one, it seems clear that the two leaders' strategies and policies are products of their respective countries' unique political landscapes. Trump's America First policy and the Indian Prime Minister's focus on economic reform and development reflect the different needs and aspirations of their respective nations. However, their shared knack for populist rhetoric and fostering national pride suggests that in some ways they may not be as different as they seem. We have explored the political strategies and policies of Donald Trump and the current Indian Prime Minister, compared and contrasted their approaches, and speculated on what it might look like if Trump were to hold the highest office in India. Through this exploration, it becomes clear that while the leaders share some similarities, their policies and approaches are largely a reflection of the unique political, cultural, and socioeconomic realities of their respective countries.